Well, good morning. I thought I'd do a video on my 1985 GMC K1500 pickup. I purchased this on eBay a little over a year ago from an elderly gentleman in Sacramento who had bought it new, and it came with a box full of documentation, so I think he kept pretty good care of it. It used to have a cap on it, and you'll see in the back where there's some rub marks where it used to have a white cap. I've done quite a bit of work to this truck since acquiring it. An engine, a transmission, exhaust, tires, leafs, shocks. I put a Linux bed liner in the back, which you'll see in a minute. But it's a nice truck. It's four-wheel drive, and you know, being here in Colorado, I thought we should own a pickup. It's a full-size bed, so we'll take a walk around. So it's four-wheel drive, and it's got a rigid axle up front, and I put in Warn locking hubs to try to help with the gas mileage. It's in good shape, not perfect, but good shape. It's got a nice patina to it. I put collector plates on it for Colorado, and really the quintessential square body. Because the guy had a cap on it and a bed liner, although bed liner didn't come with it, the bed was in good shape. And when I got the truck, I had them shoot Linux in it, and I've been pretty pleased with that. It's pretty good. My wife went to see you, so we show the colors of University of Colorado. You know, one of the things I did, and I probably regret doing it, is I had a new gas tank put in the back. It's only 19 gallons, and I had the side tanks taken out because of that nonsense about side impact. So it had two 31-gallon or combined 31-gallon fuel capacity. Now I have this tank in the back. It came from Ohio, but it's only 19 gallons, and you can see where the fuel filler is right there. And 19-gallon tank on a truck like this that gets about 10 miles per gallon, you know, is a little on the low side. I don't drive it that much, but it's nice. Take a look at the interior. You know, it's called a High Sierra, but High Sierra must have been the bottom of the line, because as you can see, there's no headliner. It's got rubber flooring. It did come with air conditioning. There's the mask that we all need now, and a vinyl cover. So there's not much. Here's the high and low for putting it into four-wheel drive, but again, I put the locking hubs in it. And then this was the switch for the left and right fuel tank, and it has CB, so there you go. So we've journeyed back to the 80s with the CB, and then you can see over here on the hood, you can install a whip antenna, which I have. It's behind the seat. I had the stereo upgraded to Bluetooth and USB behind it, so that's nice. I can you know, use the phone and everything, and it has about 115,000 miles. But you know, very, very stark, right? Other than the air conditioning and the radio. There's crank windows. The vent windows are nice, but nothing else. And without a headliner, you know, the sound echoes quite a bit. We'll take a look at the engine compartment. So what we have is a 350. I just had it replaced, so it's a new engine, but I think it's a GMC crate engine. There's nothing fancy about it. It's just that the other engine was tired. Now, because this truck came from California, it's got a lot of the smog gear on it. You know, from California, the air system and all that. Now, the other thing that's kind of interesting, you'll notice that it has 2 batteries, and he's got a switch here for one battery or the second battery or both. And what this gentleman was involved with the geological department with the government, and I think he used to go way up in the mountains, and he used, I think, the battery to keep the CB on. And I'll show you behind the seat. So up here is the CB antenna, the whip. I haven't used it. And then it still has the cardboard compartment here, and I've just put a lot of hold downs and things like that. I put the spare tire in the bed. The nice thing about the bed is it's full size, so you could put a 4x8 sheet of plywood in between the wheel wells. And then I said collector. As some of you may know, I've written a novel about Nantucket, a Tom Clancy type novel. So I promote Nantucket, and holds a very special place in our family. Put in LED lights, and you know, because it came from California, it's pretty rust free. It does have a patina on it, clearly. I need to get it not detailed, but you know, wax it up and put a little more shine on it. But you know, it's a nice old square body, and it runs pretty well, you know, other than being choked by emissions. So now we'll go on to the drive report. Alright, so we'll just do a drive report. Nothing really exciting about this. Has a tilt wheel, standard gauge package. It's nice that it has gauges. Has cruise control. I'm not sure that it works. I need to get the air conditioning recharged with Freon. That doesn't work. Because it's four-wheel drive, you sit up pretty high, and with that rigid front axle, you know, it is a bit of a rough ride. And then, as I mentioned before, what's nice is the wing windows. It's nice if the cars had them. This truck has a 700R4 transmission that I just had replaced, and it has overdrive. The way they set up the TV cable is it shifts a little later and a little harder, but that's how I wanted it. So you can hear that. And we'll just go down the block. There's really not much here to talk about. It's a 1985 square body pickup, so it drives like that. So it will shift around 17, 20 miles an hour. There it goes. I don't know if you felt that or heard it. But it's nice having an old square body. It gives you a little utility, but more than the utility, it just feels right at home in Colorado. A little bit more of a side note is gold with the white top and the black bed. Those are the CU colors, so it should feel right at home here in Colorado. It has discs in the front, drums in the back. You know, again, very standard, and you know, drives fine now that I've replaced most of the systems. And you know, credit goes to the previous owner who took good care of it. Although, you know, with the new transmission and engine and some of these other replacement parts, it should be good for another, I don't know, 20, 30 years, right? Square bodies are beginning to develop a following, so it's kind of a fun truck to drive. And we'll come up and over. It is a little on the long side, and you know, this is not the car you drive if you want to get somewhere fast. I'm sure the gears are low. Put it in park. And that's the end of our 1985 GMC square body K1500 drive report. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.